For Mach 5. Mach 5. Piece it out. Thinking flicker. Thinking flicker.
Just can't help myself.
Mach 5. For Mach 5. Mach 5. Mach 5. Mach 5.
It's gonna be Saturday.
Yeah, he said they started cooning it up.
They start cooning. They get in front of the camera, and then like I understand, and I've even said to people like there's a difference between having a conversation with a person, and then having a conversation with a person for consumption.
Yeah,
like someone's gonna listen to it and want to be entertained by it.
Yeah,
but then you have guys who like, oh, okay, I understand that, and then they get in front of the camera, and the lights come on, and as soon as record it gets hit, they just start acting the ass. And I'm like, bro, that's not even you.
Yeah, because, I mean, shit, bro, I think that's because, bro, like you say, bro, it's a perception.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, people see themselves. It's but like nobody gonna admit that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people see themselves. Like, that's one of the reasons, bro, I feel like I started doing this shit was because, like, nigga, I know I'm awkward.
It's real, but you can embrace it, though.
Like, yeah, like, I know that shit's like, I know like niggas gonna be like, okay, that shit's different. You see what I'm saying? Like that's my whole niche is like, bro, if you just be yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker, that's the reason like I started rapping because the nigga was like, bro, your fucking voice sound weird. You see what I'm saying? Like I be rapping, niggas like, he's like, bro, your fucking voice sound weird as fuck. I was like, all right, bet. Don't know niggas sound weird. You see what I'm saying? So, nigga, if that give you a reason to listen to that shit, you see what I'm saying? Cause nigga, that be some niggas' niches. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, this nigga that nigga look funny as fuck. And you got
but see, that's your power.
You see what I'm saying? It's like some people don't some people want to laugh at that shit at other people, but they don't want to laugh at that shit at themselves.
I get what you're saying.
So goddamn, you see what I'm saying? That's why you say when the camera come on, motherfuckers that act a certain way because they don't want to be. They want to be seen how they want to be seen. You see what I'm saying?
They want to control the narrative, which I get. I understand that to an extent. Yeah. But like, don't be fake. There's a difference between controlling a narrative and you just fake. Like, you phony, dog. Like, that's not how you are. Yeah. That would be like if I got on here and just start talking street shit.
Yeah. Like, yo, so how much the bricks?
Yeah, right. If I start talking about keys and shit, people who know me, my mom would see this and be like, she'll call me right away. What the hell are you talking about? You ain't never moved a brick in your fucking life. I mean, my mom don't even cuss like that, but
nah, niggas want shit that win. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it ain't.
They want to be cool.
Bro, it ain't no different than like, it ain't even cool. It ain't no different than a business plan.
They want their perception of what's cool.
Some niggas goddamn, put it like this, bro. Some niggas start businesses and some niggas buy franchises.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Some niggas, everybody want to make money, but some niggas don't know how to create some shit.
Yeah.
That's gonna make the money. So some niggas just like, oh, I'm just gonna buy some shit that I know already fucking works.
Mm-hmm. And
you know what I'm saying?
I don't blame them necessarily. If you know where your weakness is, that's one thing. But the idea of, and I've had it happen in relationships where when we're younger, it doesn't happen. It happens a lot more than it does now. But like, I'll just be very direct. And you've known me for a really long time. Yeah. So you know, I'm just very like, to the point. I don't have fear of reprisal because I believe in living your truth.
Yeah.
Always. Doesn't matter what it is. But there used to be times in the past where I'd be direct with a woman and say, hey, I enjoy you. I would like to spend time with you. And people don't know how to take that. And my understanding is now, from women I talk to now, when they were younger, there were boys who didn't know how to take that. Because sometimes people don't really know how to take to someone who's just that sure of what they want and what they don't want. And I pride myself on that. I find it funny when you might have somebody, and I'm sure you see it with other rappers all the time, where guys just put on the persona. And, you know, me producing for as long as I used to always tell rappers, they'd be like, yeah, man, you know, I did 6 years in county and, okay, 6 years in, okay. And I have to stop them like, listen, save your story for your fans. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about your story.
Like, that shit paperwork, like, motherfuckers gonna lie. Like, everybody gonna tell lies, bro. But, like, when it come down to, like, shit like that, like, it's paperwork on that shit.
Yeah.
But like, and two, like that shit go like multiple ways, bro. Because like it's niggas who care about that shit, but it's niggas who don't. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
like it's different type of street niggas. Like I ain't no gang nigga, so you see what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you can say you did all kinds of shit. Like I don't give a fuck. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I ain't in no gang. I don't have no connections in jail. So you see what I'm
Right.
saying? Like that don't win no points for me.
But see, I respect the authenticity.
Yeah.
Just in general, anyone. Because I've done the pod a few times. I've done ones that haven't aired. And I openly make jokes about myself. I joke about having like bags of money and just talking shit. Like, and it's just fun. But I openly talk about my insecurities as well, just as a man, because I can't remember which philosopher said it. I don't want to misquote it, but it's pretty much the saying is, wear your insecurities.
Like on your shoulder or something.
Nah, I almost want to look it up, but it's a quote where it's pretty much like, wear your insecurities like a suit of armor, and if you do that, nobody can use it to hurt you.
Yeah.
It's something like that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I think that comes with emotional maturity.
Yeah.
And like truly not, because when I was younger, I cared what people thought.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, everybody do though.
reputation is important. Don't get me wrong. That's important to me. But like the idea of someone who really has no bearing on my life or no bearing on my success, giving me shit. I'm like, you gotta understand, you can't hurt my feelings. Like your thoughts about me, if I haven't done anything personal to you, like you can't fuck with me. Like you can't knock me off this wave that I'm on.
Everybody ain't like that though.
You right.
Like some people, boy, you know what I'm saying? The moment you know what I'm saying, as cool as they could be, bro. But the moment you start talking, like you say, the moment you start talking about them, bro, you know what I'm saying? Nah, this shit ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
That's why I talk about my awkwardness the same way you do.
Yeah, like I'm one of them niggas, like you can roast me, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
And it
when I
depends
start roasting you, bro, like that, you know what I'm saying?
Be able
like,
to take it.
Yeah, like, bro, because, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like,
People do love to throw stones when they live in a glass house.
yeah, like everybody go throw jabs, bro, but niggas ain't gonna goddamn. It's like no different than like you watch the Kanye shit.
Nah, I don't fuck with Kanye at all.
See, like,
I ain't fucking with nothing he doing.
nah, nigga, the interview with Big Boy or whatever. But it's not like I even fuck with it or I don't. Like I'll just watch it to watch it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I fuck with that shit because like that nigga opinions be like so far fetched. You see what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it's like, bro, there's certain people you be like, yo, this nigga's on to something. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's like one of those people, bro. Like the nigga throw stones, like he live. You see what I'm saying?
He's dealing with he's self-admitted, like he's dealing with some mental health things. Like he'll say something. He said the slavery was a choice thing.
Yeah.
And then apparently Tip talked to him and Kanye backtracked and said he apologized for saying it. And then when he did one of his Sunday service things, he said it in a different way.
Yeah.
Like he said some shit about slave nets or something, so we can all stand in the same place. And it was his way of saying slavery is still a choice.
Yeah,
like
he's like,
I'm off. Yeah,
he said, yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
I'm good on that. Like when that slavery was a choice thing happened, I was like, all right, bro. Like
he said, all right, bro.
It's very possible to be too much of, I don't want to say too much of a visionary, but when you mix. I was just telling somebody the other day, when you're a creative, you live on a different plane than other people.
Yeah.
You operate on a different wavelength and a different frequency than other people. And I get that. I'm a creative. You're a creative.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going to live a life that other people don't understand. But when you mix that with possible mental health issues, you have a tendency, and it's possible, you can kind of get beside yourself. I got the biggest ego in the world, but I know when it doesn't have a place. And I know when I need to check myself or when I'm speaking on stuff. You know what? I started understanding my place, and I can say that now. Like 3 or 4 months ago, I would have never said my place when it came to anything. Yeah. Just about anything. But I started understanding my place when it came to issues with gay people or trans people or women or anything that just does not apply to me. I can have my opinion on it in terms of supporting gay marriage or people, people who are trans or whatever, But ultimately, if somebody comes to me and asks me for my opinion, I'm like, hey, I ain't qualified to talk about that.
Yeah, like
You can say, hey, I ain't qualified to talk about
but
that.
that's the true pocket of like not giving a fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like I don't want white people to talk about the black struggle.
Yeah, exactly.
You ain't qualified
like,
to talk about that.
Yeah, it's like, hey, bro, just don't give a fuck about it. You see what I'm
Just
saying?
chill
like,
out.
Yeah.
Like you can say, hey, I feel for you, like I do, but I'm not qualified. I have white friends who openly be like, hey, police brutality, like it doesn't, I can't feel your pain. So I'm not going to sit here and try to speak for you at any point, which I can appreciate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I look at that shit like, hey, bro, everybody go through shit. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them type of things. Like,
and don't get me wrong, empathy towards a group is good.
Yeah.
Like showing empathy, because empathy was needed when we had the civil rights movement. Like it was more white people for the civil rights movement than black people were.
Yeah.
Just like in Ferguson, like I told you, I went to Ferguson.
Yeah.
It was more white people out there than black people. The media didn't portray that.
Yeah.
But like nothing changes without people who aren't affected by it too.
Yeah.
Like white people had the right to vote, but they were still marching like, yo, this is an injustice.
Yeah, like some people, I see what you're saying.
Like and any change in history has been like that. Now, switching gears, you tell motherfuckers what you do, man. If they already can't tell.
Shit, I don't call myself a rapper. I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. There is a distinction.
You know what I'm saying? Fucking music, clothes, and you know what I'm saying? I dabble in a little bit of videography and, you know what I'm saying, certain type of shit like that. So
anybody who's watching this on the VOD version on YouTube will look at you for 2 seconds and they'll say, yeah, this nigga's an artist.
But
it's not just rapper.
Everywhere I go out, nigga, it'd be like I'm a rapper. I went to I remember I was in D.C. for the inauguration, bro. Obama's second inauguration. And like, I forgot what hotel me and my brothers in. Like, we just walking through that shit. Like, some dude just walked up, was like, yo, you a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? My brother was like, nah, he's a fucking rapper. I was like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
More than that.
It's just like, yeah, I take that shit sometimes, but usually, like, I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying, more than.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's like I want people, because like with my shit, it'd be different because like, dog, other than like beats, because I don't really make beats, I can't, you know what I'm saying? But like people don't be realizing, like I guess if you check my shit out, like I be having a hand in every single like aspect of my shit. Like I be making the fucking like promo flyers, goddamn, all the artwork, I do all that shit. Even like my videos, bro, you see what I'm saying? Like my homie, he mainly like does videos for cars, so like he shoots and I kind of damn near direct them. You see what I'm saying? So I literally be having to like direct the videos like as we're shooting them. That should be funny. You know what I'm saying? But
do you do that because that's like naturally how you? Well, obviously that's naturally how you are. But do you do that because? And I don't know. Maybe you've never asked yourself this question. I had to ask myself this question. That's the reason why I'm asking you. I had to. Everything had to run through me. If it was my brand and what I loved and what I lost sleep over and I cried over and I had the most to lose, obviously, I'm the Vince McMahon of this shit. Like, I got to make every decision. Ultimately, I do. But is it, and I guess what I'm asking you is it because you're at this point with your career where you're like, all right, I got to be on it? Or do you think there will be a point where you'll be able to relinquish some of the control of,
I see what you're saying. Like
like right now, if you had like a huge budget, would you pay other people to do the flyers?
I mean, hell yeah. Like it's funny that you asked that because I feel like really that's what got me to here now was actually, you know what I'm saying, stepping away or actually trying to find other people, like I say, that are, you know what I'm saying, artistic like me and have visions. Because like only with the videos right now, I feel like I'm having to kind of help direct is because the videographer, he doesn't shoot music videos. Like he doesn't shoot rappers at all. Like,
so he doesn't really have experience like that.
No, he has experience with cameras and stuff, but he mainly into cars. You see
so
what I'm
it's
saying?
Not filming particular subjects.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because that's what he was telling me. He's like, yo, you be moving. He's like, nigga, cars don't move.
He's not used to that.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, so sometimes, you know what I'm saying? He's like, the shots you be that like I'm asking for, he's like, it'd be harder to, you know what I'm saying? I get, like you say, portray that vision to another person without physically having it. Like, yo, do it like this, but not like this. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you might know what you want.
Yeah.
Like when I was signed years ago, when I was signed, there was a guy who was, and it ended up being a bullshit deal, but there was a guy who was I would turn in beats every week, and he would say, hey, make this change to it. And I'm like, okay, what exactly do you want me to do? He's like, well, I don't know about music. I just know how I would want it to sound. So he couldn't tell me specifically creatively what he wanted me to do, but he would say, well, I wanted to just have more of an impact. And I'm like, all right, I can kind of get that. Because at first when I heard that, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And then I understood, okay, he understands bottom line.
Yeah.
He might not understand the creative stuff, but he might say, the sound quality isn't what he wanted. Get it to where I want it. Yeah. I don't know how you do that. What you EQ or what you compress or whatever, what plugin you got to use, or what melody you got to use. But there's a certain way that I want it, so I can get that. I'm kind of stuck in that place too. Yeah. Where it's a difference between, do I want to just do it all myself? Yeah. Or what do I pay some people to do? And that's
what I realized. Like if you try to do it all yourself, you can't do it.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Because when you run into that, it's a hard thing for when we sensitive about our shit with our art. And I don't want to relinquish control of this other person. So if I'm paying you money, it's like, all right, I have this vision. I'll give you a great example. That logo. Yeah. I think if I had tried to do this 5 years ago, it would have been, I'll make the logo myself. Yeah. But no, I needed to go to a professional and say, listen, I've seen your work. I know you're capable of the style I want. Exactly. So here's what I want you to do. I wanted to have this, and this, and let me know something. And he came back to me and had the most bullshit logo. It was ugly. Yeah. And I could tell what he was trying to do, and I don't blame him. He was trying to see what he could get away with. He was trying to see if I would just take some
this shit and go, yeah.
And I'm like, nah, I'm paying, I said, scrap all that, redo it. And when he redid it, it was a version of that. Yeah. And then I said, change this, do this, change this, and about 2 or 3 more drafts, and he did it. And that wasn't an easy thing for me to do, is relinquish control, because it's your baby.
But you get I ain't gonna say you get your way, you see what I'm saying, but I guess you actually get your vision on a piece of paper, dog, because sometimes if you're trying to do something that you can't do, bro, like, you see what I'm saying? You're just gonna keep coming up with a fucking rough draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no different than, like you say, like with my logo, bro. Like, I created this logo, you see what I'm saying? But like, I only had it on a piece of paper, you see what I'm saying? I was like, fuck, I need to get it digital. And then when I got it digital, it was still like basically a fucked up ass quality. You see what I'm saying? And then, bro, one day I was just like, yo, fuck that. You see what I'm saying? I was like, bro, like, and that's another thing I want to talk about too, is like with Instagram and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Like that, like you say, that's when I started relinquishing control, bro. When I started realizing what shit is actually fucking there for, and seeing what other people use it for. You see what I'm saying? Like, people use Instagram as bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But Instagram ain't nothing but a fucking portfolio, bro.
It is the greatest press kit you could put together. Your body of work, videos. I remember when they first put videos on Instagram, it was like, oh shit, you can put, if you're an actor, you can put your reel on Instagram. Right, exactly. Instagram TV doesn't even have a limit anymore.
Any fucking thing you need, bro. Instagram, like, oh, I want a fucking private chef right now. All I can do is
search the hashtag.
Private chef. Wow, all these Atlanta. Wow, I can see pictures of you cooking.
Videos.
All right, I'm calling this fucking dude. You know what I'm saying?
You see the like. That's what happened with Ashley. Ashley was my first guest, and I love Ashley. Hey, Ashley. She's a chef as well. Yeah. And her whole dynamic, and she's really fucking good at what she does. But now she's trying to like kind of steer away from being a private chef and kind of do the foodie thing. But if you search food hashtags, and there's a website I'm gonna give you where you can search, like when you post your stuff, it's like better hashtags. I'll tell you off camera. But if you wanted to find her or any other great, like, Atlanta chefs, you can just search for the hashtag Atlanta chef. And the way she's
right there.
Yeah, it's right there. And you can just pretty much just judge quality. That's how I found videographers.
Exactly. Like, I'm telling you, bro, that's what the shit's there for, bro. People just be fucking bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Like, if you ain't got shit to sell and you ain't looking for shit, cool. Like, bullshit on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that comes down to like who you are and the way your brain works. Yeah. Like, it's kind of a weird example off base, but it actually has to do with what we're talking about. At my job, there's a certain dress code you have to have. Yeah. And I'm tatted up on my arms all the way up and down. And you're not supposed to have a beard this long at my job. But no one says anything to me. Like literally, maybe twice somebody said something to me about my beard, but it was never like, "Hey, you need to cut that."
Yeah.
It was, "Hey, you know, it's getting a little long." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
Because I'm one of those people. You're gonna have to catch me.
Yeah, like
Catch me. Tell me.
Because some niggas live like, bruh, some niggas follow the rules, some niggas it ain't no rules,
It's
bruh.
like, if
fuck you, bro.
if I believe a rule is bullshit, I'm not gonna follow that shit.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
like-
to catch me or write me up or do whatever. So there was a new dude that came in there, and he had a tattoo on his arm,
Yeah.
like just not even anything crazy. And management was just like, "Hey, you got to get that tattoo covered up." And he was like, "Well, he got his tattoos out and he got his tattoos out," pointing at me and pointing at another dude. Now, if his brain worked the way that it should have, he should have just taken that from management, said, "All right, I got you," and then come over to me and ask me, "Hey, man,
Yo,
they
what's
told me
up
I
with
got to
that
cover
shit?"
my tattoos. How come they don't make you cover your tattoos?"
Yeah.
I said, "Okay, here's the game. Here's how you make them leave you alone."
Yeah.
But see, his brain worked like, "Well, what about him? And what
Yeah.
about him?"
Snitching
See,
on another nigga ain't gonna make your
that's-
situation fucking
that's,
better.
That's hoe nigga moves.
Yeah.
And like, if your brain worked the right way, you might have got some game. Instead, now you trying to throw me under the bus. You don't know why I got it the way I got it.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it. It's just like, I don't know if you heard about that story about that guy who bought that house for like $17.
Yeah, I know. You talking about the nigga, I know you talking about.
He found out a rule, and I think it was in Texas. He found out a
Yeah, I
rule.
was about to say in Texas, the motherfuckers was hating on him and shit.
Yeah,
'cause
and,
he goddamn.
and she was like, "Well, if he wants, I don't know why I sound like a Trump supporter, maybe because she probably is, but if he wants the house, he needs to buy it like everyone else."
Yeah.
And I said, "No. See, he was smart enough to do the research and find the rule that would allow him to have this for $17 as opposed to $350,000. I would want to ask that woman, okay, so if you had the chance to buy the same house that you're living in right
Fucking
now
right, you gonna do that
for
shit.
$17, you wouldn't do it? Or
Yeah.
would you say, well, I need to buy it like everyone else,
Right.
so I'm gonna pay for this for the next 30, 40 years?
Yeah.
No, if you were smart, you would have kept your mouth shut, and then you would have went to him like, hey, what other like laws are you privy to that might be able to help my situation?
Yeah, how the fuck can I do that shit?
But see, people don't think like that. So it's just like with Instagram. I'll look at Instagram and say, this is a great tool to promote.
Yeah.
I can promote anything. I can find anything I want.
Yeah.
But the fact that you look at it like that, that just goes to your out-of-box thinking. Because a lot of people don't have that
Yeah, like
out-of-box
all that shit's fucking there, bro. Like everything, like niggas, like you say, bro, it's no different. It's smoke and mirrors. It's some niggas actually winning, and then there's some niggas who gonna pretend like they winning. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's some niggas who gonna act like, oh yeah, okay, this is what the fuck I want to do, and then some niggas actually doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can goddamn. It's just like you say with the logo and shit. Like, yeah, I found a couple duds, but through the dubs, I found motherfuckers goddamn who actually
Right.
end up getting the job done. You see what I'm saying? That's where I spent my money, and it worked for me. So, you know what I'm saying? To go back to what we were saying earlier, I had to goddamn relinquish. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shuffle through the shit.
In some ways, you have to.
You see what I'm
like,
saying?
you have to shuffle through the... I did that with Twitter. This is before Instagram was really, really popular. When I was looking for a logo for my media company, I just searched for the hashtag. I actually searched for Adobe Illustrator.
Yeah.
And then I found a guy and was like, all right, this was the logo. You know, he had a style that I liked.
Yeah.
Can you make this logo? And he just so happened he had the letter S already logoed out.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, I'll buy that one. You know what I mean? And I said, okay, he's got the style I want. Now there are, I bought logos like 3 years ago for segments I probably won't put up for another 3 years. But just to be forward thinking, I just tossed him a bunch of money and said, all right, just make all these logos for me.
Yeah.
Like, and I have them all. Like, and they're not going to waste. It's
Yeah,
just,
you
I'm
got
just,
that shit.
I'm just holding on to
them.
them.
Fucking still using
Like,
shit.
when I'm ready to do it, it's almost like the Avengers movies. You couldn't have made Avengers Endgame 10 years ago because the technology wouldn't have been caught up to how it was supposed to look.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I can't do this segment now. I'm just going to buy the logos for it now. But that's how I was able to find people who were better skilled at things that I have no skill in. Like, that's their specialty.
Yeah, because you can sit there and you can learn some shit, but like you say, if you try and get your vision out, bro, by the time you goddamn try to learn this, then learn it, then learn. You see what I'm saying?
It's also a time thing.
Yeah, like you gonna be done spend so much time on this shit. Like you say, technology so fast. By the time you get ready to learn something else, then you done goddamn
It's
lost
something else.
all this, and then all this shit done went to waste because that technology done changed on whatever you done learned there.
Like, I've mentioned him a lot, but there's a YouTube channel that I watch called The Kill Count by this guy named James A. Janice. And in one of his recent episodes, he talked about how basically on his he does it weekly, sometimes more than once a week. And he'll put out a video that goes through a horror movie and counts up the people who got killed. And it's really just a celebration of the makeup artists and the visual effects guys, the people who make the stuff look real.
Yeah.
He doesn't diminish life whatsoever. I think that's why I like it. And he reviews the whole, in his movies I would never watch.
Yeah.
So I like getting a summary of it. But anyway, he openly talks about how when he first started, he didn't have an editor.
Yeah.
So he's like, it took a lot of time to do it. He was like, now when he does one, he'll just like record his part, and this is my understanding, he'll send it over to the editor.
Yeah.
And he'll pay him. And he said that saves him like 8 hours. So it's like, that's that guy's job. Like, he knows what to do. So the guy, they have this synergy where he'll know, okay, James talked about this part of the movie. Let me use this clip right here. And he says now he can put them out more frequently.
Yeah.
Because of that, but it's a trickle effect, because now that he can put them out more frequently, he's also sponsored. So when you get sponsored, okay, you're sponsored. Now you can pay people to do their job even more.
Yeah. And it really come all down to a team, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like you say, bro, you don't be want to let motherfuckers, but when you find a motherfucker that you like, all right, this nigga do shit that I do shit. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or even if they don't, like, sometimes, like, I like motherfuckers like, bro, even if you don't got my vision, you the type of person that's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna hit this nigga before I make a move. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I ain't just gonna fucking do whatever. I'm gonna goddamn be like, hey, bro, you like this shit? All right, bet. I'm gonna check with you before I put this shit out. You see what I'm saying? Because I like other people input too.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, it all come down to a team. Like, if you, all these people, bro, like, we looking at certain motherfuckers, like, you know what I'm saying? I was gonna ask you that shit too, like, favorite Quentin Tarantino film. But goddamn, like, motherfuckers like Quentin Tarantino and shit like that, like, we only know them names, but them motherfuckers, like you say, bro, they got a team. They're like, when bro about to film a movie, he already know, like, oh, I want bro to edit this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he might have 3-4 editors.
It's
but
someone you have on your team, as you say, that has the same synergy that you have. Like, you have this, they have the same work ethic, the same understanding for the work, and y'all move in the same way, whether it be business-wise or creatively. Like, I was talking to somebody about Kim Kardashian when it came to that, because I've always been a proponent for don't make stupid people famous. Yeah. And I'm not saying
make stupid people famous.
Stop making stupid people famous. Now, I'm not saying that she's stupid, because I don't know her as a person, so I can't say that she's personally stupid. But what I will say is, one, Donald Trump would not be the president if Ray J did not bring his camera with him on vacation. So you can roll that around in your head and just think about what I just said. But two, with her, I'll ask people all the time, and it might not be her, it might be Cardi, it might be whoever. I'll say to someone who's a fan of theirs, I said, what's their talent? And usually, it's an open-ended question, because you might say something I didn't consider, like, oh, that is a talent. Yeah. There are people who heard what I just said, and they'll say, well, Kim is a businesswoman. But what's her talent?
Yeah, it's not a talent. Like, anybody can become a businesswoman.
And when you say businesswoman, you think she's just sitting in a room by herself making all her business moves? Like, no. There's a team behind her. She's a brand. And shit. But there's a team behind her. Yeah. Like, there is a team that said, hey, Kim, you should come out with this app. Like, and I don't know. Maybe I'm dead wrong, and Kim is the one who said, I have this great idea. She wakes up out of her sleep. An app. That's what I want to do.
Maybe it happens.
I could be dead wrong, and that's what happens. But more often than not, it is a team working around you that does that. But even with Cardi, I'll ask people, well, what's her talent? And they'll say, well, she's a rapper. Well, she's good she has a good flow. I mean, she doesn't write it, but she has a good flow. So at that point, okay, you know, anybody could.
It's her energy, her personality.
Right.
You know,
now, that's one thing.
You can say, like,
that is one thing.
She does this certain type of energy.
She certainly does have personality. But like, I'll ask, like, what is, and don't get me wrong, talent is subjective. That might be her claim to fame.
It's opinionated. One
right. Because I could be 100% fucking dead wrong about everything I just said. But I could be 100% right too.
Exactly, yeah.
But I really look at it like, well, what is your talent? What can I look at and say, yo, I respect you for that? Mm-hmm. And let me be very clear. I'm not shaming anybody. I'm not shaming Kim for a sex tape. I'm not shaming Cardi for being an exotic dancer or being or being on reality TV.
Hey man, strippers is winning right now though.
Yeah, man.
But now,
if you can use your situation to make it work for you,
yeah, strippers is
absolutely
absolutely
do
right
it.
now, bro. Like,
But I think what I'm just curious about is like, what do you do? Like when I see half naked women on Instagram,
Yeah.
I'm like, imagine your claim to fame being I'm naked on the internet. Like, and you, bro, you remember?
hey, bro, sticks and stones. You know what I'm saying?
When
Like,
we were young, you used to have to like finesse and be cool, like, and then maybe if she was nice, she might send you a risque picture.
maybe. Yeah.
Now
it's like,
I'm like, matter of fact, this is a true story. I was coming back from Kroger this morning.
yeah.
Because my neighbor's a little sick. I was getting her some stuff. And I'm coming back from Kroger and I see a woman at the bus stop and she looks real familiar. I see her real quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, I matched with her on Tinder before.
You see the Tinder match.
True. I was like, I matched with her on Tinder before. And I think we were conversing, nothing inappropriate, nothing ostentatious, but she kind of went ghost. Maybe she had a man. Maybe she deleted her Tinder. Well, I would hope she's not catching the bus if she got a man. But I don't know people's lives.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, that still happens. I don't, you know, I'm not going to judge. I see her on the bus stop. She's waiting for the bus. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We've all waited for, matter of fact, the bus stop she was at, I've ridden that bus before 10 years ago when I was interning and my car wasn't working. And I remember seeing her and being like, man, I really wonder, just me being a dude, man, I wonder what she looked like naked because her body looked crazy.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, wait a minute.
Instagram, Tinder, that ass.
Yeah, and I could see it right away.
Yeah.
It took me 20 seconds while I was driving. Hadn't even got back to my apartment yet. I was like, oh, okay. I forgot what she looked like. Because I remember her name.
Yeah.
And I'm not shaming anybody who wants to do that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is I'm always just curious about what do you bring to the table other than the aesthetics?
Yeah.
Because if you can do that, there are plenty of women who do that, but then they ascend to higher levels and do other things. Now, I think if you're a visionary, that's a talent.
Yeah. But that's because everybody want to be on, bro. Like,
Absolutely.
That should be funny because, like you say, I'm a rapper, bro, but I'm one of the few rappers. I ain't gonna say, like, I don't want to be on. Like, I want people to hear my music and shit, but I ain't trying to go, like, mainstream. Like, I'm cool with underground shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Your happiness is in the music itself.
yeah, like, but
Yeah.
some people, they aim to be, like, they want to be it. You see what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, like, me as, like, are you fuck with it? Cool. If not, cool. You see what I'm saying? Like, you'll probably know me for some other fucking reason than like music. You see what I'm saying? Like, but some people like they that's their target. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So that's why like them chicks do that shit because they know like shit. And most of them just looking for a motherfucker that's probably gonna just cash out too. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Because hey, bro, some of the goddamn lamest niggas be rich as fuck. So they see that shit, they cashing out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had this. I was talking to a friend of mine about that young lady. I call her friend. She's more of an associate, but we were talking about the dynamics between men and women, and she is of the mind frame. And I hope that I was able to change her mind. I never try to change people's minds.
yeah,
But I really, if I'm having a conversation with somebody, I love just good conversation with people. It's intimate to me. And what I would see is her mind frame was the more a man cares about you, the more money he's willing to spend on you.
yeah.
And I said, that's not true. I said, because I know dudes who have a lot of money and will trick off and spend whatever on you and don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
They don't care none about you. They just
got that shit to give.
Yeah, that source is just abundant.
Yeah.
They're rich. They're wealthy men. So the idea of throwing, I bought you a $400 bag. And here's the thing, a $400 bag is really cheap.
Yeah. But that shit, that shit go hand in hand. It's just like they say, like, okay, like, fucking women goddamn mature faster than men, bro. But I feel like goddamn, like, men figure out the game faster than women. You see what I'm saying? Like, how is it fucking women be goddamn, like you say, a dude get all these bitches. You see what I'm saying? Like, how is it that women continuously get played? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I could actually have a philosophy on that. Actually,
Like-
women are smarter than men. That's not my opinion. That's biology.
No, fucking right.
They mature faster than we do. They are smarter than us. However, they also are the more emotional of the two. So when you say how do they keep getting played by men, is because
They got
when
emotions,
it comes to the situation, usually the emotion trumps the logic.
Yeah.
That's why for us, the logic always trumps emotion. Now, that's a blanket statement. I'm sure everybody's different.
Yeah.
But Bruh, okay, I'll ask you. How many situations you done been in your life? I know I've been in plenty.
I've been in plenty.
I've been in plenty. My
what?
singleness is not for lack of trying. How many situations you as a man have you been in where you're just like, yo, I love her or I like her, but I can't fuck with her no more. Like she on some other shit. With women, it's the opposite. It's I can't fuck with them, but I love them. and they will stay. I've seen women.
Yeah. That shit ain't happening to me.
Like
off rip, bitch. Go on, bitch. Get about 3 months with me.
When I see, okay, this ain't a good situation. It could be a woman that I like or I'm into so much, but if I see she don't mean me no good, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Like a person, legitimately. This is one person in particular. I ain't gonna say her name. There's one person in particular that I know that I don't fuck with no more, who I'll be chilling, bruh. And I know this happens to women too, so I don't want to say this just happens to me or just happens to men. I'll be chilling. I'm editing, I'm recording a podcast, I'm just, doing whatever. I'm working on my car, doing some, whatever. And she'll hit me up. Hey, I was thinking about you. Do you want to get together tonight? Or do you want to get together this weekend?
Yeah.
And then the weekend comes, oh, I got a flake. I'm sorry, I can't make it. I was good, man. Like, why
you fucking with me?
Like, we could have not had that interaction and it would have been fine. The only thing that's been accomplished is that I have kept my schedule clear for you.
Yeah.
And now I ain't got nothing to do on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Like, it's the wildest fucking thing, man. People are fucking weird.
You should be fishing though. Some people gonna fish.
It's an intention thing too.
Yeah. Like,
it absolutely is. Like, can I still get them?
Yeah, like they're gonna see. Like, I don't know. That should be crazy.
It's wild, man. That's the reason why, I was telling my homeboy's little brother. He asked me about advice on college and shit. He does it constantly. And I was telling him about when it comes to sex and when it comes to women. Like, bro, you can say no. Like, just say no. Like, I think he's on this tip, like, he young, think with his dick all the time. So in his mind, it's like, it's always, oh man, if she fucking, then I'm with it. And I'm like, bro, just say no. Like, just because sex
I
is
don't know,
involved.
though, nigga, because that's how I became picky.
Okay.
Like, nigga,
Well, see, I was always
when
picky.
like when I was young, like, you know what I'm saying? I was probably only like, bro, probably like 2 like girlfriends in. Like, when I say girlfriend, I mean like year-long, probably more relationships in, bro, before it was just like, you know what I'm saying? All right, savage life. You see what I'm saying? So, like, after goddamn, so I ain't gonna say so many females because I ain't had that many bitches, goddamn. But after going through so much, now it's like you say, bro. Now I know. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I know exactly what I want, so I be picky as fuck. Like, you could be like, yeah, I'm like you, bro. Like, I literally look at a woman in the face, like, I'll tell you gorgeous. You see what I'm saying? And they be like, oh no, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Like, wait, what? Like,
you can discern. See, you're able to do that.
Yeah,
a lot of men can't do that because one thing I was telling him was, see, for him, it's gonna take sex for him to be picky. For me, it took like being annoyed for me to be picky.
Yeah,
it had to be sex. I've told a woman before, I think you're beautiful, and I don't blame them for this, but they jump to the conclusion, and that means that I'm attracted to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not the same thing necessarily. Like, there are women.
I mean, but that's been. I ain't gonna say that's been since forever, but that's been like lately, bro. Like, nowadays you can't say shit to a female, bro, without, you see what I'm saying? Like, they walk around, their nose turned up.
Yeah, shit. And the thing is, like, I know for myself, and I can only speak for myself. I would never try to speak for anybody else.
Yeah,
I know that I have always made the point to, okay, I need to at least be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, bar none. And I want you to listen to what I say. Don't interpret what I say. If I say, I think that, this is gonna sound stupid. I also think the whole, oh, you're beautiful. I try not to say that because they probably hear that shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm attracted to a woman, I'll say, hey, I find you attractive. Because that's different than finding a woman beautiful. There are plenty of women that I find beautiful that I'm not attracted to.
Yeah.
Like, I think Kim Kardashian is beautiful. I'm not attracted to Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, I don't want her. I'm good on that. Yeah. That's why I say I tell a woman to her, feel like, yo, you gorgeous type shit. Like, oh, nah, I don't want you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But you can be selective. And what I was explaining to him was you can be selective, and it doesn't have to be a case where you got community dick. Because women don't want a man that's got community dick.
Yeah.
At least they say they don't want a man who's got community dick. I think ultimately when it comes down to who you want to be with,
yeah,
I don't want a woman that's been passed around. And I'm sure a woman doesn't want a man who's had every single person.
Yeah.
But passed around is a very, very subjective thing because this is the analogy I usually use.
Passed around.
Like if a woman has had sex with, let's just say, 20 men. I just say 20. There are people who would look at that and say, man, that's a big number. Well, hold on. Let's think about it for a second. How long has she been sexually active? Did she start having sex at 17? All right, let's just say, for the sake of math, she's... for the sake of math, let's say she's 27 now. She started having sex at 17. She's been having sex for 10 years. Her number's 20.
Yeah.
2 guys a year, that's not bad.
It's not bad.
That's not bad at all. If you were to line up those men in a room, optics, that makes it look bad. But here's the other question I want to ask is, was she responsible? Did she protect herself? How many of those were relationships?
Yeah.
Like you can't just look at a number and then judge a woman on the amount of men that she slept with.
Yeah.
Like, just like you can flip that and you can have a woman who's only had sex with 5 men. But if they were all 5 random strangers that she didn't know and it was all unprotected and she didn't know their last names and in some cases she didn't know their first names, I'm gonna look at her like, yeah, your number is smaller, but them circumstances
are different.
Them circumstances is just not the wave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think there's always context that's needed with everything.
Yeah. It's like...
That's why I don't ask that question.
Yeah, 20 over 2 years is bad.
No, and that's just if she's 27.
Yeah.
If she 33, like what's that, 16 years?
Like that's
20 men in 16 years? Hell yeah, I'm not even thinking about that.
Hell yeah.
Like because I think a lot of times men will ask a question they don't want the answer to. And they don't have the foresight or the wherewithal.
Shit, motherfuckers don't even gotta ask the fucking ask the question because, man, as much as niggas deny it or act, bro, you know, every nigga know what type of female they dealing with. You see what I'm saying?
They should.
Exactly, bro. Like, you know what type of female you dealing with.
And you also
bro.
need to know yourself.
Like,
you need to know yourself and know whether or not some shit's gonna bother you.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna sit here and be like, I didn't think I fuck with some hoes. You know what I'm saying? But then like at the same time, like I'm not, like I said, ain't fucking with the hoes all the time.
Right.
Goddamn, like
if you also can't be a hypocrite.
Yeah,
like I got a homeboy who's a hypocrite like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you looking at your shorty, bro, like if your shorty looking like somebody off for like loving hip hop or somebody like fucking Black Ink, she looking like that on a Tuesday, bro. Like, bro, you know you dealing with, bro.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Your shorty looking like Cardi B on a Tuesday, bro. You know
But
you
also
dealing with. I'm not knocking that type of chick though.
And maybe that's what's cool for him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So,
Maybe that's
and not even saying that chick's a hoe. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I get what you're saying.
You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be more cautious of your situations if you dealing with, you know what I'm saying? But if you dealing with a type of chick that, you know what I'm saying, no social media, goddamn, this mother, you know what I'm saying? You can look at their appearance and tell like this is a wholesome type of person, like more of a homebody type of person. Like, then I don't think you really worried about like,
no.
You know what I'm saying?
And then at that point, it's like for the idea of, well, that happened before you. I don't always believe in that, but there are cases where that does apply. Where if a woman, like if I never ask a woman about her sexual past because I know that I don't want to hear about it.
Hell no.
Like if you mention something in passing, like if I'm courting you and you mention something in passing, like, oh, I've done anal before, or I've had a threesome before, or I've done X, Y, and Z before, and if we just say it in passing, like we're just having a conversation, okay, that's not really going. I don't really, depending on what it is, I'm not gonna really care about that.
Yeah.
But if it's one of those things where there are deal breakers, don't get me wrong. Let me be very clear about that. But it's also a case where, well, that was before me. I'm not really, you know, because you can't expect a woman to just like not live her life and not enjoy herself. She on a journey just like we are.
Yeah.
So you can't just say, I hate them type of dudes. Them dudes that just be like, they want to fuck everything, but then they want to get with a woman who's only slept with 2 guys.
Yeah, nah, that's not realistic, bro.
Don't be one of those guys.
Yeah,
just don't do that, man.
I mean, man, any chick I don't, you know what I'm saying, fuck with or keep around me, bro. Like, I tell motherfucker, like, bro, I ain't gonna say I don't really give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? But it's more one of those things where it's like, it's really none of my fucking business. You know what I'm saying?
None of my business.
Now, if you fucking care to tell, goddamn, I'm all fucking.
And if I ask a question you think is too personal, say, hey, I don't feel comfortable talking about that.
Or if you tell me some shit that I feel like is over the fucking, I'm gonna tell you, like, That's new to me. You know what I'm saying? But,
I've said that before. When we were,
Right.
it was years ago. We were in college, and there was a young lady who I met, and I liked her. We went out a couple times. We went out maybe 3 or 4 times in the span of like a week or two. And I had a homeboy of mine. She went to Spelman. I had a homeboy of mine that went to Clark, and he was a Q. And he pulled me to the side, and he was like, "Hey, that girl you talking to?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "You like her?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he was like, "All right, well, you my boy, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a heads up. The Qs ran a train on her, at the Q party a month ago." And I was like, that was like a week or two before we met. He was like, "Yeah, I just want to give you a heads up." And he was like, "And I know this for a fact. It's not hearsay or like I'm telling you,
facts.
This happened. I saw it." I was like, "All right, cool, thank you." Now I'm not the type to just believe what I heard. I go to the source.
Yeah.
I ask her, I'm like, "Hey, I heard this. I just want to see if it's true." So I bring it up to her and I said, "Is that true?" And she said, it's the first thing she said, "All right, look."
It's like pause.
When she said, "All right, look," I'm like, "All right." And in my head, I'm just like, she gonna say something about alcohol.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Yeah, I was really, really drunk." And I was like, "Okay." And I listened to everything she had to say. And I said, "All right." And she said, "All right." I was like, "Yeah, all right." She said, "Are you cool with that?" I said, "It's not for me to be cool with or not be cool with. It's something you wanted to do."
Yeah.
She was like, "Do you still want to keep like getting to know me and talking to me?" I said, "Oh, no."
He said, I'm the fucking dad.
No, I don't want to give you the whole, "Oh, no, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it." And then it slowly eats away at me. And then I got to make up a reason why I don't fuck with you later on.
Yeah.
Or I slowly go ghost. Because I don't do none of that shit. If I'm not fucking with something you did, or if I'm not fucking with you, I'll tell you, "Hey, I'm not fucking with," I don't ghost nobody. Like, that's what's going on. So, and I've always been like that. But
I can't say I've ghosted a bitch before.
I mean,
but no, that bitch was just boring. You
know what?
I was about to be like, yeah, I don't. Nah.
Was it one of those women, and I've had this happen before, was it one of those women where the extent of y'all's chemistry was you were a boy and she was a girl? That was it. There's no, it's like, man, I told my dad that once. I was like, he was like, "So what happened with you and that girl?" And I said, "Dad, she boring."
I mean,
He was like, "She boring?" I was like, "She's boring." I said, "Maybe I'm boring. maybe she's the lively one and I'm boring, but it's just not a good fit."
I mean, shit, it was just boring, man. You know what I'm saying? And then I think it was the makeup too.
What do you mean?
The bitch was too good at makeup, bro. Like,
you know what I'm
saying?
Decepticon, basically.
Nah, I mean, yeah. Like the bitch looked damn near like Nicki Minaj, goddamn. But then that motherfucking one time I seen her, I'm like, that's not the bitch that was here the other day.
I see.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, hold on, you too good with that shit. Like, nah, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
See
but
that?
other than that, she was just basically like boring as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
You want, and here's the thing. There is somebody for her out there, which I think is great. That's what I always say to people. I can own my faults. I don't want to call them fuck ups, because I don't really like fuck up in relationships. I don't cheat. I don't beat. I'm not going to beat you up. Like, I'm not going to take you for granted. I'm not going to not communicate some shit with you. Yeah. Sometimes it's just not a good fit. And, maybe I'm too obnoxious. Maybe my love language is not officially, but I love to talk shit to you. Like, we joning back and forth.
I'm about to say, I'm a vibe person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm the type of dude, bro. I guess when it comes to women, bro, like, it's going to be something different with each one. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, I've had, like, that type of shit with certain women. Like, I'm roasting a bit. You know what I'm saying?
And you can go back and forth, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But see, there's always those...
It's just a different vibe. If I don't vibe with you, bro, like, that shit just ain't going to work. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter, like, if you like the shit that I like. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, if the vibe, like, whatever, however you are,
that chemistry is the most important thing.
I'll probably go do that shit. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just because it's like, man, I don't mind hanging out with this motherfucker. Like, fuck it.
That's,
you know what I'm saying?
You know what?
If he ain't vibing with nobody, you ain't finna go to a fucking museum.
That's the key. We can have completely different interests.
Yeah, but
if the vibe is right,
it's several niggas I got common interest with. I don't fucking like, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you do music? I do music too, but fuck you. I don't like you,
cars,
dog.
Nigga. Like, nigga, you know how many fucking niggas with 240s I fucking hate? Niggas like, you got 240, nigga, fuck you. Fuck a 240, nigga.
I don't think
like,
people understand how important that is for the mesh, because I always say love is not the same as compatibility. Yeah. You got to be compatible. And I know that for me, personality-wise, like, I have an eclectic personality. Yeah. And maybe it's a zodiac thing, the fact that I'm a Cancer. But I always let people be them, and I can just flow with you. Yeah. I can go right there with you. If you are ostentatious and loud and you like to argue, I'll just let you get it out of your system. If it's the other way and I need to be more dominant and I need to be more assertive with the decisions we're going to make as in a relationship, I can do that too. If it needs to be more of a collaborative thing, I can do that as well. But what I can't get with is if you're not a kind person and if you don't understand basic etiquette. If we're out and about at dinner, don't be rude to that waiter or waitress. Do not, and that has nothing to do with they could do something to our food. That's selfish. I don't mean it like that. Asshole. Just don't be an asshole in general. And I've gone on one date with many women who were like that. Or if you comment on my money, whether it be how much I make, or how much you wish I would make, and here's what I mean by that. I've had a woman ask me flat out, how much do you make a year? And I'm not gonna tell you that. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Just know I'm comfortable. That's it. And then they might say, well, I need a man who makes more than $50,000 a year. Now here's the thing. I make way more than $50,000 a year.
But it ain't up to you to
right. But see, the fact that you put the emphasis on the money like that, I'm like, all right, I see where your heart is. And I don't mind a woman for wanting to be. I don't think it's wrong for a woman to want to be taken care of, but taken care of in the right way. Like, if on the first date, the first thing you talk about is money, that's the way you want to be taken care of. Like, you want a guy to make a certain amount of money. And I say, that's what you want him to bring to the table. What do you bring to the table? But we can have all the interests in the world that are the same. It's like, man, everything is perfect. Oh, you like this? I like this. By the way, to answer your question, Pulp Fiction. You like this? I like this. Cool. Oh, you like Pulp Fiction? I like Pulp Fiction. We can have all that in common, but if the vibe is just not right, and sometimes it ain't got nothing to do with her. It ain't nothing she did wrong. It's just
you just ain't clicking.
Not everything's gonna be a love connection.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I said, bro, I don't fuck with many females I ain't got shit in common with. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, hey, if you cool, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, bro, you're not annoying me. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'll kick it with you all day if you're not annoying me, bro. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I'm doing, I'll make a way for a motherfucker to slide in, whatever. But
that's the first thing I always say too.
If you're annoying or you say, if you don't, like you say, if you don't bring nothing to the table, it ain't even gotta be. If you don't bring a positive energy or a personality, it's like, bro, I don't need a fucking mannequin in the room. You see what I'm saying? I hate, like I said, I hate people with no fucking opinions. You know what I'm saying? I hate
it's
people
okay
with
to not have them on certain things.
But
okay, this is the worst shit. And any woman that is listening to my voice, I don't, it's different men are different. Some men like women like this. I don't. If I say, usually I'll have the plan and I'll say, hey, do you want to get together? You want to go out and get something to eat? And she says, yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's go here. Does that work for you? And 9 times out of 10, they'll say, yeah, that works for me.
Exactly.
But what I don't like is if I say what do you have a taste for? Because I'm not really picky right now. And they say, well, whatever you want. I'm asking you for your suggestion. I want your opinion. I don't want a woman that I don't want to say walk all over. Because I would never even do that in the first place. But I need that level of challenge. I need that level of, you can challenge a man without being obnoxious or bringing in to question his manhood or talking down to him.
But it's like that fucking that rich dad poor dad motherfucker said. It's like goddamn what do you say? A question sparks the mind, but a statement stops it type shit. You see what I'm saying? You ain't even gotta have a specific answer. You see what I'm saying? If you got something to spark the thinking process of, you see what I'm saying, whatever the fuck it is we about to do,
I want to open
that's the
dialogues.
type of person you want. You see what I'm saying?
The only thing I ever want to do, and I've learned this in terms of communicating with women in general, is open a dialogue. I never say to a woman, hey, you want to have dinner Saturday night at 8 o'clock? I never say that's too specific. Because then they'll say, oh, I can't. That
don't mean he couldn't do it at 10.
Exactly. Or, maybe we can do lunch. But I never get that specific. It always becomes a case where I say, all right, well, first thing I ask is, hey, are you interested in having dinner? Or are you available this weekend? Or are you available for dinner this weekend? Because it's good to let your intentions be known. Because sometimes a woman will say, well, it depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Like, which I respect. I can respect that. Sometimes it's just like, well, yo, why is it contingent upon what I want? Like, are you available or not?
Yeah.
But then I also understand a lot of women have had their time wasted by a dude that's just like, hey, are you available this weekend? Yeah, I've got some time Saturday night. Cool, you want to come over and fuck?
Fact. Yeah.
And then she'll be like, well, she can just say no at that point, but she can't weasel out of it with an excuse. Oh, well, I'm going to be doing this because you already said you were available.
Exactly, yeah.
It just becomes, like, I get it. People communicate differently. At least for me, I try to open a dialogue with people, and I want people to open a dialogue with me. Even if you're talking about sexual shit with a woman. Like, well, I understand society judges women harsher than they judge us.
Yeah.
So if a woman were to text me and be like, yo, can you come through tonight? I would look at that text and be like, yo, I respect this.
Yeah.
Because, like, she went for it.
He said she went
for it without fear of reprisal or being judged or whatever. Yeah. Like, I can respect, because men don't care.
Yeah.
We
don't play the game. We ain't gonna play tennis back and forth. What you do? What you do? Like, bitch, you know what the fuck you are.
We don't care about this shit.
Yeah.
Because women are like jobs for us. And we just give everyone the same resume. And just hope somebody chooses us.
Oh, you fucking with this shit, bitch?
Like, you use the same lines for every woman. Cast a wide net and just hope you bring in some shrimp like you Forrest Gump. Like, but
he's using the same resume. I got the same portfolio.
It's the same thing. The niggas, bitch. You waiting for somebody to be like, "Oh, did you fall for my line? All right, cool. Man. We gonna reel you on in."
Gotcha.
I mean, I get why women feel the way they do about us a lot of the times, and it changes their behavior in the future. But the only thing I implore people, you can't have a one size fits all way of talking to people or courting people or getting to know people. Because I know a woman who recently was just like, yeah, you know what? From now on, I'm going to let him pursue me. And I'm not going to do anything to let him know that I'm interested in him. He's going to have to pursue me. And I said, that's not going to work. No. She said, how's that not going to work? And I said, because you trying to put a blanket on like everything. Yeah, every situation going to be different. Every man's going to be different.
If a dude don't see you, if dude ain't getting no looks back or nothing, he just going to stop after a while.
I will pursue a woman to the end of the world. I will not chase you. I am not going to chase you. Like, I retired my track shoes a long time ago. Like, I'm not, bro. I'm not going to do it. But what happens is if I say, hey, I'm interested in you, I'd like to get together with you. You know now. I just told you. There's no way you can misinterpret that.
Yeah, bro. That's why I'm an invite a motherfucker type of person. Mm-hmm. Like, when it comes to females, I ain't gonna say it don't never be like, what you doing? But it's more on some shit like I said, I'm already gonna have some shit planned. Like, yo, I'm doing this.
Yeah, I'm doing this. Would you like to come with me?
Exactly. Yeah. Do you want to come with me? You see what I'm saying? And goddamn, if you come once, twice, once you realize I keep extending that fucking invitation, you're gonna realize, like, all right, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. But if I'm like, you come once and every now and then, you might more start to neglect it. I mean, like, turn it down than you goddamn accept it. That's when I'm gonna start just being like, all right, nah. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This motherfucker ain't fucking with me. But that's how I am. I ain't.
You're not gonna. I know you learn how to handle situations better. That's why when people always say, if I could go back in time knowing what I know now, things would be different. And I'm not even talking about like financial stuff. I'm talking about like being as emotionally put together as I am now. Yeah. If I could go back in time and not let people waste my time, like, and understand when, okay,
way further.
This is pursuit and this is chase, understand the difference, it would be a completely different dynamic. That's why now I even talk to my therapist about it, where I was like, yo, I think it's too easy for me to cut people off. And she said, that's not a problem to have. She said the opposite would be the problem. Yeah. If you didn't know how to let people go, that would be a real problem. Yeah. She said, but the fact that you're able to just cut people off because they slight you or you feel disrespected or you feel like they don't appreciate you, she said that's a positive. I as far as men dating women, and the way we grew up, because we grew up in the same neighborhood. Yeah. Like, so we understand that there are a certain grade of women that come from Decatur, Georgia.
He said a certain grade.
But as we get older, people mature into who they're going to be. Yeah. Some people stay the same, who they're going to be, and who they are. I've noticed that the dynamic between men and women is constantly changing. It's constantly evolving. And the only thing I can do is just come to you and say, hey, I'm interested in you.
Yeah, like especially nowadays, bro, you gotta be straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
Both-
so many
both
people,
parties.
so many people bullshitting, bro.
Yep.
So you gotta be straight up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's my opinion on. That's how I look at that shit.
No,
like,
you do. And but see, Jamie, there's still people who don't understand. Like, they don't know how to take that.
Yeah.
Like, because I know a lot of women who are not used to a man being that direct with them.
Yeah.
I'll openly say, hey, are you free this Sunday? Would you like to go get something to eat? And there are women who'll be like, this is what I'll say. Do you have plans this Sunday? Let me tell you, this just irritates my soul. If I say, do you have plans this weekend? I don't know yet. I'm asking you right now at this point in time, do you have plans? The answer is yes or no.
No, yeah. Like,
Or do you have, or maybe you have tentative plans.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you kind of got something in the pipeline. Okay, cool. There's 3 answers you can give right there.
Yeah, you know.
But if you say, oh, I don't know if I have plans. No, they're plans.
Exactly.
They're either concrete or they're not.
They're not in the air. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're not.
So when you
somebody
say-
might possibly ask me to
See, that's some
goddamn-
curving shit.
Exactly.
You're curving me,
Yeah.
which is fine. But it's like, don't say, oh, I don't know if I'll have plans. Or I'll let you know. And then you get back, oh, I'll have plans on Saturday. No, you made plans after we talked.
Yeah.
Or you solidified plans after we talked, which is fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
But like, if you're not interested, I feel like I understand some men can't take a woman saying they're not interested. And that's a scary thing because I've seen dudes talk to a woman, the woman says she's not interested, and he pursues her like physically.
Yeah.
Like, I get being persistent, but you need to respect her space. And I understand that. So I understand why a woman might curve a guy for fear of his response. But my response to that is, I get it. That still shouldn't change the way that you conduct yourself.
Yeah. That's what you're saying.
Like a woman could be disrespectful to me. It's not gonna make me disrespect the next woman.
Yeah, you ain't gonna try to goddamn. Yeah, some people will be holding them grudges. You ain't gonna.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. You ain't gonna.
Take it out on the next one.
person,
And I
yeah.
do understand you want to handle your situation differently because you learned from the previous situation.
Yeah.
But every person is different too. So like, I don't know. Anyway, man. So you got the clothing line? What the fuck's
Nah,
going on?
the 60 is the brand. It's 60 Court. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm probably finna partner with my homie Decatur Ace, man. He's making he got the Decatur brand or whatever. But nah, 60 is just like the branding behind you know what I'm saying, the artist shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I want to like build like a foundation that I feel like I say, as I build a team that everybody could stand on and something. You know what I'm saying? That's better than motherfuckers. Everybody screaming check trap. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather something. I want it to be something like you say. When I bring the artistry of all my team together, that people can. This is what we doing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Just the name of that. But yeah, we just do. I got all kind of stuff, man. I got a couple of hoodies, shirts, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. We just make apparel to, you know what I'm saying, start to back the brand, you know what I'm saying, other than just the music. Because I ain't gonna say I don't, if I sell the music, I want to sell the music the right way. So right now, this is just a way to start funding some of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's why I do want to partner with, or do like some collabs with a couple. I actually did a collab with my homie Artistry. He's got a clothing brand or whatever, but.
Do I know him?
No, that's my boy Paul, man. He's a kid in the drift scene, you know what I'm saying? He's drifting and stuff like that.
Okay.
But he's got a apparel company called Artistry.
Okay.
But I did a collab with him at the beginning of the summer or whatever. So I'm just trying to, I collab more so with other, you know what I'm saying, clothing brands, but we're not a clothing brand ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a way to, you know what I'm saying, put that name on something and start to show people like, this is what we got going on.
So what's next then? Not just for the branding, but for you.
Well, I'm supposed to be probably, you know what I'm saying, shooting a video soon. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get out as much material before the year is out, as far as so people can kind of get a scope of, you know what I'm saying, who I am and what I do until next year. Because when next year come around, that's when I want to put like a lot of stuff on distro, you know, like Spotify.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So I just want people to get, you know what I'm saying, get a good idea of who I am, you know what I'm saying, how I want to relay my message and shit like that. So
Where, if somebody wanted to hear your music, where can they find you? And you can say this, but I'm going to get it from you in writing and I'll put it in lower thirds at the bottom of the screen.
shit, right now I'm on SoundCloud. Also on YouTube, all my videos on YouTube. All you gotta do is search Chex Trap. I'm the only motherfucker with the fucking name.
Okay.
Shit's Czechs like Czechoslovakia. You know what I'm saying? I know that shit's confusing.
No, it's not. If people know how to spell, it's not.
Most people don't obviously these days know how to spell Czechoslovakia, but you know, you search Chex Trap, Chex.trap, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. I'm up there. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
but that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's all I got right now. Just trying to, you know, get my name out there. You know, I did A3C last year.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. I was on Scotty ATL stage. So
Okay.
I did that last year. That was pretty dope. So I'm trying to, you know, get me some more shows in there, man. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to just do anything. Like, everybody's like, oh, do open mic. And I'm like, I ain't just trying to just do no open mic stage. Not trying to be bougie or nothing. Like, niggas
No,
like,
I get it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to just do something that anybody could do. Even if it's something that anybody could do, I want it to be something that, like I say, is in my lane, bro. Like, when you change your lane, that's when you change your game. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to keep my shit in the spectrum of what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to say I don't want to attract other crowds. You see what I'm saying? But it's one of those things where it's like the motherfuckers who I want the motherfuckers goddamn checking the other motherfuckers when this shit's popping. Like, oh, y'all niggas wasn't on this shit. You see what I'm saying? It's one of them type of things. Like, certain people go do their little chitlin circuit, hit all these little places just so everybody know their name, you know what I'm saying, come back. Like, that's cool and all, bruh, but I don't want to be the person just trying to attack every fucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hear me? Like, nah, bro, I want the motherfuckers that's on the type of shit that I'm on to like my shit. You know what I'm saying? The type of people that are in the type of scenes that I'm in to like my shit. And it'll eventually branch out into the masses. You know what I'm saying?
So, okay. So basically what you're saying is you're trying to...
I'm trying to bring...
You're
like,
catering to your specific...
scene of the underground. You know what I'm saying?
then if it moves past that, cool.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I get it, man. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And instead of just I'm trying to shoot for the moon and just see.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to just go on the beat and make like a Blueface song or fucking.
Right.
I'm not trying to just go in there and make like literally what I'm doing is just like, oh, that's my emotion, or this is the thought process that I had into this shit, and really like. Just like it's not popular to everybody, bro. But I know it's some shit that's like motherfuckers that's like me. Like every motherfuckers that are like me and into the type of shit that I'm into, they're like, yo, this shit's dope. You know what I'm saying?
You want to establish the firm fan base, and then you want to move forward
exactly,
after
bro.
that.
It's no different than, like I say, like any other people like fucking Wiz. Like Wiz ain't just hop out that bitch and it's like, oh, I'm a goddamn, like, nah.
It wasn't black and yellow at first.
Exactly, bro.
Right.
He catered to the motherfuckers that he already knew was like him and doing the type of shit he did. And then eventually, goddamn, it's like, oh damn, I made this song. Like it's my style, but it's more commercial sounding. Like boom, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the piece of my scene that everybody can relate to. You see what I'm saying? Like, but
I like that.
you know what I'm saying? Like it's like
that.
me, bro. I fuck with like, you know what I'm saying? Like graffiti, fucking drifting, goddamn anything with wheels, you know, motors, cars, all that shit. So like the type of shit I'm talking about and I'm doing, like only certain people really gonna know the authenticity of that shit because they're actually doing that shit too. You know what I'm saying? So when I talk about what I talk about, they're like, yo, this nigga's for real, because you see what I'm saying? Like only a fucking mechanic would know that shit. Yeah. Only a motherfucker that, you see what I'm saying? And it's like, motherfuckers gonna have, you got friends that are like this. You don't know they're fucking like, you see what I'm saying? Because like I say, it's only a small portion of them that only relate, you see what I'm saying? Like everybody don't fucking goddamn knew about the fucking Masquerade and shit when that shit, you know what I'm saying? Only certain people was going to concerts and shit at Masquerade. Only certain motherfuckers was going to, what's up, like MJQs and shit like that. Now fucking MJQs is fucking...
That was a very niche thing.
You see what I'm saying, bro? Yeah. Like, nigga, I remember I'm telling niggas about MJQs, they like, bro, you flexing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's a fucking shed, goes into the ground, fucking 3 clubs in that bitch. Niggas like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now, bro, I remember like going MJQs, it's like 5 black motherfuckers in here, like niggas in here breakdancing and shit. You see what I'm saying? And I'm telling like my homies on the block, like, yo, niggas is breakdancing and niggas is just looking at me like, this nigga's fucking lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, I finally get one of my homies there and they like, they come back and tell the rest of the motherfuckers they scurry back.
Why does it take someone else to tell them what you've been telling them?
Because it's not it's not believable, bro.
But it's coming out of your mouth. Like I've known you for a very long time, dog. You know, I knew your brother first.
Bro, it's no different than fucking like any fucking movie, bro. Like, bro, like I feel like my life is a movie, bro. Like fucking drumline school we went to. Bam, like bro, I was playing drums, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody believe what the fuck was going on. You see what I'm saying?
But like, if you say it, your name carries weight. Your word carries weight.
Yeah.
You and I are very much the same in that. Like, if I tell somebody, hey, I'm doing this podcast and it's going to be a serious thing. It's going to be a serious endeavor. Anyone who knows me knows, okay, this is going to be something real.
Yeah.
Now, if you know me and I say that, I get it. You know my rep. You know that Rashad don't half-ass shit. I've never done that. But if you don't know me and you hear that, I can totally understand somebody. Like, I've had people who were supposed to do the pod and they flaked.
Yeah.
And they made no effort to reschedule.
Yeah.
And some people have flaked and then flaked again and flaked again. And that's fine. Like, I don't expect those people to take it as seriously as I do. Scheduling conflicts happen. That's one thing. And also, there are people who don't really have the intention of, they don't consider it a priority, which is also fine. But the people that know me and know my word, they're like, okay, I ain't gonna bullshit with this because this is a serious thing to him, and it could be some of the building blocks of a good relationship. Because if right now, let's say hypothetically in 5 years, this is like as big as Joe Rogan's podcast.
Okay.
And it's like, I'm getting Ed Norton and I'm getting Bernie Sanders and I'm getting Kevin Hart and I'm getting Edward Snowden and I'm getting Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson and, you know, whoever on my podcast. Then people be like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Man, and that at that point it'll be
just the sheep thing, bro.
Like,
that's
I'm trying to,
you know
at that point is, I want to, hey man, you know, I'm trying to get on your podcast. And I'll be like, but I remember, you know, when I was trying to get you on it before.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, I don't blame them. I'm not gonna be petty and be like, well, no, because if it's good business, I'll still do it.
Yeah.
But like, there are people who, like Ashley, when I did the first pod, I literally called Ashley and was like, yo, I'm waiting too long to do this. Like, let's do this podcast. She was like, I can come over tonight. And I was like, all right, cool. And we did it. And it was great. And I enjoyed myself. I know that if things were to get like super huge and massive for me, Ashley could come on anytime she wants to.
Yeah.
Because she did that for me and I appreciate it.
But like you say, shit like that is, I ain't religious or nothing, but like shit like that is like the difference between being made a believer and people having faith. You see what I'm saying? Like, some niggas like, because to some people it's like, oh, that's nothing. Or but some people it's like, it don't matter what it is. Like, I got faith. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna put my energy into it, and then it's gonna be what it is. You see what I'm saying? And some people got to be made a believer.
And if you're made a believer, I also agree that it's almost like when people say, oh, I got my bachelor's at 22 years old, and somebody says, I got my bachelor's at 40.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. You still got your bachelor's.
Exactly.
Like, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, you took a little bit longer to get to the finish line, but you got to the finish line.
Yeah. It's like, it's no different. Like I say, people. So I know the people that fuck with me, and I know the people that don't. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's 1,000 numbers in my phone, but my views only hitting like 2 something. You see what I'm saying? It's like, motherfucker. Oh yeah, I watched that. I watched that. It's like, bro, the amount of people that told me watched it don't add up to the. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, when I do certain shit, I always consistency. I see the same people come through, even if they don't come through. It's a reply like, yo, my bad, bro, I couldn't make it, but da. Then it's the people that never replied, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I say tenfold, because when it fold, you're going to have more people. You're going to always remember the people that was like never replying, but now they're, you see what I'm saying?
But I actually need to tell you, while we're on camera, I do want to tell you this. You had text me a few months ago.
Yeah.
You text me a video. And as soon as you text me that video, I watched it when I was at work. I was like, yo, this shit is dope. But I never text you back about it. Or it was a song. Or I can't remember. It was one of those two. And then you text me back again a few months later, which is very recently. And you text me again. And this is immediately what I thought when I saw it. I said, man, I didn't reply to that first one. And he still texted me that second one.
Yeah.
I said, man, Rashad, you meant to reply, but you just didn't. So that's when I checked it out right there. I stopped what I was doing at work at that time. I was like, yo, this shit dope. I said, so I wanted you to know I didn't ignore you the first time. Yeah. It was like, okay, but maybe by definition I ignored you. I guess by definition. I mean, it blame it on me being at work.
One of them things, bro, like I don't say I ain't gonna be like, I don't be sweating it. But like I send it out. I send that shit to everybody, bro. Like some people reply, some people don't, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I see the numbers. I just see where the numbers add up, and I feel like I got a good idea of who I know is really like checking for me. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like sometimes, even though you may not reply, I feel like you was checking because I was like, this nigga know I got some of his beats. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this nigga know I had some of his beats. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you know what?
I've recorded 2 of them. You know what I'm saying?
I've almost, this is the way why I do it. Because there are guys who will still send me their music, guys I used to work with, some guys I don't work with as much anymore.
Yeah.
Well, really, I don't really work with anybody anymore. But there are guys who I look at like, yo, you still doing music, like you still doing hip hop.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really do it anymore, I'm still gonna support you.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people I support from a distance.
Yeah, that's real shit.
Like just, from a distance. I can admire somebody from a distance too.
Yeah.
Like, and understand, in whatever you might need. Just because I don't do music anymore doesn't mean I still don't have those connections.
Yeah.
And that's from people who are, I don't want to say lower level, but like if you're an independent artist or the executive level. Like,
that's what you're saying.
That's why doing this pod is so cool, because now I can reach out to those people and say, hey, I need you on the podcast. I want you to talk about being an A&R. I want you to talk about Sony Records. I want you to talk about how you ascended to the top of, Atlantic or Warner Brothers or, Koch or any major, well, Koch is independent, but you get what I'm saying, or was independent. I think there's you can't forget your circle. You can't forget the people that you came up with and the people that, even if you bow out of it. I know people who, get families and then they just bow out of, what they're doing, and other people are, me doing music for as long as I did it, there were plenty of people who quit in that time period.
Yeah, like,
and now, do I still do it? I can still make a beat. Like, I'll still listen to people's music and be like, I kill that shit. Like, there's a podcast that I listen to where people send in their music to get played on it.
Yeah.
And I listen to the beats like, yo, my beats would be 20 times better than that.
Who you think the hardest out now? Like, who you listening to? I ain't gonna say the hardest out. Who you listening to now?
I'm gonna go ahead and
like, I ain't saying like the best. Like,
no,
you hop in your whip, you finna
I'm
goddamn go square. Like, what's probably like?
I need to go ahead and tell people I'm a square. So I probably don't even know who is like dope out now, but I do like the baby. And I do like, I mean J. Cole, but that's a given.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't say him first, because it's like a given. But I like the baby, and I like NBA YoungBoy a little bit.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, I like him.
He got melodies. I like like how you fucking.
There's somebody else that I like. I'll hear a song and be like, oh, I like that, but I don't know who that is.
I see what you're saying.
There's a lot of things like that. I get introduced to music through like video games, like NBA 2K20.
Okay. Or, I ain't been on the games lately.
Or Madden. Like I play so sparingly.
Yeah.
There's only 4 games I get like every year. If a COD comes
I was about
out,
to say you got the new duty.
it's on pause right now.
It's
in
on
the room.
pause. I'm guilty, bro. I don't fucking have it yet.
You know it's cross-platform?
Yeah, I know it's
You can play with PS4. You can play with.
I have no fucking reason to not have this shit because.
Shit's dope.
Then
bro.
yeah, I played at my boy's spot. Then my homie put me on. He was like, "Nigga, you stupid." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Nigga, you and your brother fucking play this shit." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Nigga, why the fuck y'all don't have the fucking game share?" He's like, "My nigga, y'all literally sit in the same fucking room. Like y'all could buy one game." He's like, "Then only you gotta get one live." You know what I'm saying?
Me and my boy Mach,
like,
we game share. He's paying for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And in fairness to Mac, he's really been buying most of the games because I didn't care enough about it.
Yeah.
But I kind of brought it to him and was just like, hey, he'll say, hey, I'm getting NBA. He's like, don't worry about it. Because he just wants it right then, which I don't blame him for at all. But I was like, yo, I'll get COD. And now Xbox done fucked up because now you can charge your phone bill.
What the fuck?
You can charge your phone bill to make purchases on Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox Live got me fucked up.
So, so now, if I want to buy something and for whatever reason I don't want to spend my money, you can put in your phone number. It'll send a text to your phone.
Charge to your phone bill.
You put the confirm and you just it charges it right away.
Nah, I ain't with that shit.
And I'm like, okay, this is convenient if you don't have the money like that, and you might have the money later.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's
So
convenient.
it'll come later instead of paying for that shit right now.
But see that they gonna get so much money from motherfuckers
Yeah,
doing that shit.
nigga, that's just another way of fucking debt. That's just extra
that's
credit
exactly what it
credit
is.
limit, goddamn.
And if you don't have the money,
you know, add a credit limit to your fucking cell phone. That's crazy.
if you a kid, just imagine you being a kid and wanting to buy points for Madden.
You're gonna be typing in everybody's phone number. Like,
And the thing, and you put in your phone number and it goes straight to your phone. You put the confirmation in, and then the purchase just go through. You don't need any more type of confirmation or security.
That's
as long as you got the
crazy.
phone on you, you fine.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah. I'm fucking with I like Fendi, bro. You know Fendi P, Corner Boy P.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm listening to his shit right now, bro. Like that's who I've been listening to a lot, like right now. Really all like fucking Jet Life niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Jet Life is. I've always had a soft spot for them. Just being, I was affiliated with Taylor Gang for a little bit.
Yeah.
Currency and all. What Currency is not Taylor Gang, but you get what I'm saying. Like just that
Taylor
whole,
Gang, Jet Life, same shit.
that whole vibe and that whole wave. Like just being immersed in that for so long.
Yeah. Other than that, you fuck with Griselda?
Nah, and somebody, I don't even know who that is. Somebody mentioned that name to me.
I think that's like the Click or some shit. Do you know Benny the Butcher, Westside Gun, and fucking...
I've heard these names, but I couldn't point them out of a lineup.
Yeah, I'm from the South, bro, but I listen to like a lot of fucking like either like New Orleans niggas, like New York niggas, or like Cali niggas and shit. So I'm fucking with like Roddy Ricch and shit. I'm fucking like BG Perico, goddamn. Like I got damn like a weird fucking collection of who the fuck I'm listening to.
I think for the next 20 years, I'm not gonna know who. Well, I'll say 20. For the next 20 years, I won't know who the new rappers out are because I don't have children. So it's gonna take me. This is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna have to meet a woman and court her and fall in love.
Get some kids,
get married, and I had to get kids. So I'd say that'd take me about 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 years, maybe less than that. For the kids to be born after we're married, maybe about 4 years. And then they're gonna have to be about 15 years old, 14, 15, before they can tell me who the hot rapper is out.
Bro, I be figuring out about like Instagram videos. I might be watching like a dumbass meme.
That's how I know about
have
the
like
baby.
a song in, and
I'd be like, who's song? Yeah, that's exactly. That's
No, I ain't gonna lie though. Like I was kind of fucking with the baby from the rip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, I ain't know about the nigga really before. I figured out about the baby like right before Suge dropped. That really got Suge. And I only knew about this nigga because like I'm on Twitter, bro. Niggas don't be on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? But niggas do be on Twitter, but the intellectual niggas or niggas with opinion, as I like to call it, be on Twitter. But I only knew about this motherfucker because this nigga like was papping niggas out, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hold on. So I remember I was like, okay, I fuck with this nigga because he actually, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's about what he say about, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I fuck with this nigga. I listen to him and shit, but then I started listening to him more. I'm like, all right, bro, this nigga got bars, you know what I'm saying? Like
I've heard a few of his songs and I like them, but I found out about him the same way you just talked about.
Yeah.
Like I'll be looking at my Explore page is like, NBA stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of it, NFL stuff, like sports, just in general, workout stuff. And I'll look at a workout video or an NBA highlight video and they'll have a song. I'll be like, yo, that song hard. What is that? And I'll look in the comments if it's not in the caption.
Yeah.
And that's when I see, that's the baby. Okay. All right, cool. And then I go to YouTube and pull it up and be like, yo, it's kind of hard. And then I do a deep dive.
Yeah.
Listen to all his stuff.
Shit. Yeah. He pretty tight. And he like the new, I hate to call him like the new Ludacris. It's like he figured out how to do like what Luda did, bro. Like bring a little comedy to that shit, you know what I'm saying? But you still take this nigga serious, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't too many rappers.
The big thing for me was when I saw he did that record with J. Cole.
Okay.
I was like, because I had liked him, but I was like, I like him, but is he like legit in terms of, is he respected by his peers? Yeah. Like, can he go on a track that's not?
Man, that nigga pulling the 2 Chainz right now. 2 Chainz pulling the 2 Chainz right now. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I hate when nigga like, nigga, you like, nigga, what? Now, nigga, you say titty boy, niggas like, who? You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas be like, man, nigga, 2 Chainz ain't lyrical. He's like, bruh, fucking Titty Boy is one of the like hardest rappers ever out of Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Like, he like, but when this nigga was spitting dumb lyrics, like niggas wasn't, I ain't gonna say niggas wasn't getting it, but it's like going over niggas' heads. Yeah. Or niggas like, I don't wanna hear that shit. The moment that nigga came with the simplest shit, it's like, oh, Now, I fuck with this shit.
Well, you got
So,
spoon feed certain
That's why.
people.
That's what I'm saying. Like with the baby, bro. That's why I feel like you'll look at some of this nigga shit off rip and be like, "Oh, this nigga a clown," or you'll be like, "Oh, this nigga goddamn simple." It's like, nah, bro. Really, this nigga's probably. I feel like this nigga's just slowly. You see what I'm saying? Because you could listen to songs like that intro, or like you say, the song with J. Cole, and you'd be like, "All right, bro, this nigga really got something to say." Or
He killed down that J. Cole
You see
shit.
what I'm saying? Like he really
Yeah.
got like. He could really rap, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, he ain't just goddamn like bar for bar, 2-bar rapping, you know what I'm saying, rhyming ass shit. Like he actually can tell stories and shit. So like that's I fuck with the baby as far as like he one of the hottest basically out right now and shit. But I feel like he one of the few people too that kind of, I guess you could say he's similar to people as far as like the cadence, but I feel like he still kind of got his own style, or he coined some shit that basically niggas was already, you know what I'm saying? Took some shit that niggas was kind of already doing and still made it his own and shit. So that's why I could give him damn sure give him props for that shit.
We'll see if I'm ever abreast of any new rappers. We gotta actually wrap this up. You got anything else you want to say? Dog?
Shit, hell no, man.
Anything else
Check me out,
promote?
man. YouTube me, SoundCloud me, Chase Trap. That's about it, bro.
I'm gonna put everything. Everything is gonna get.
Checks like Czechoslovakia. That's like my slogan now.
I'll put it in the captions, and I'll put the lower thirds down there so everybody knows how to reach out to you.
Other than that, I guess, man, check out the brand, 60 Court or any other things connected to my brands, man. My homie, artistry, my drift team, my boys over there at GMP, Garage Moon Power. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Squad, Mikey, Ralph.
If somebody wanted to buy 60 Court clothing.
Oh, shit, bitcartel.com/60 Court.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got hoodies up, we got T-shirts up, we got banners, you know what I'm saying? It's made to order. I ain't got shit in stock right now, but shit, if motherfuckers, hey, if y'all buy it, I'll make it. I'll damn sure press that shit up.
You got any promo codes people can use?
Nah, I make one shit. It should be pretty cheap, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll
talk
make
about
one, though.
that.
We'll set it up or something like that, though.
All right. Well, hey man, I appreciate you, dog.
Hey, man, I appreciate you.
There's no outro.
Yeah,
We just
it's just
stop.
done. It is what it is.